Hi, everyone. We're here today with Doctor's Corners, and we have Hannah Li and Khalil Ali, our third-party coordinators, here with us today. And so today we're going to talk about international donors, surrogates, and all the other areas pertaining to third-party reproduction and coordination. So our first question is, does Tripod Fertility work with international patients, and what is expected of them? Khalil?
Hey, Melissa, thank you. That's such a great question. Here at Tripod, we work with international patients from all over the world. Sperm donors or intended fathers are expected to come for about 2 to 3 days, but we encourage them to come and spend a week in Toronto and enjoy the wonderful city of Toronto. If you're doing an IVF cycle, you will need to be here for a little bit longer, but we can help you coordinate the days when you need to be here through your cycle.
Okay, perfect. No, that's a good overview. So what countries are safe and legal to locate an egg donor or a surrogate, Hannah?
So Canada is one of the countries where egg donation and surrogacy is completely legal and very safe. It's often a popular option even over the United States because it can be a bit cheaper here for intended parents. And that's because the Assisted Human Reproduction Act in Canada prohibits the payment of surrogates and donors. So surrogacy and donor journeys do have to be altruistic in that they can't be paid for it, but can be reimbursed for all of their expenses, of course. Specifically, Ontario, which is where Tripod is located, is a very progressive province when it comes to assisted human reproduction. So it's an amazing option. The government is very welcoming and accepting of surrogacy and assisted human reproduction, and is actually one of the provinces where you can have more than two parents on a birth certificate as well.
Okay, great. Was there any other countries that are that we would deal with?
Yeah, definitely. We've had lots of patients from all over the world, Europe specifically. There are some countries where it might not be legal to find a surrogate in that country, but you are able to find a surrogate in another country, do the transfer, and then legally have the child come back to that home country with you. So we'll definitely be here to help all our international patients look up the laws in their country and just make sure that they're getting the best care and everything is completely safe and legal.
That's really helpful, Hannah. Thank you. So what are the ideal characteristics of donor and surrogates to maximize success? Khalil?
So first, let's just talk about donors. Donors, we generally want them between the age of 21 and 35, and they have not completed more than 3 donations. We like them to have children of their own or successfully donated with resulting in live births. When it comes to surrogates, we like them between the age of 21 and 40, a BMI of less than 35, as there's increased risk with BMI over 35, a minimum of 1 full pregnancy of their own, or ideally done building their own family, no recreational drug use during the pregnancy, as well as no recent travel to Zika endemic areas. But with that being said, these are some of the recommendations, and our physicians can evaluate you on a case-by-case basis if you do not meet all of the criteria.
Okay, very good. So what are the sperm and embryo shipping options, Hannah?
Yeah, so embryo and gamete shipments are actually pretty easy. There is some paperwork behind the process just to make sure that both the shipping and receiving clinic have everything ready and are ready to accept the shipment because of course it is a very delicate shipment. So that's where the third-party coordinators and nurses will come in and help organize all of this paperwork to make sure that all the proper documentation is where it needs to be. From there, we can also recommend some couriers that our patients have had positive experiences with so that you're able to find a courier that best fits your needs.
Great, that's helpful. So what methods of payment can international patients pay by?
Generally, we have 3 options. The easiest and the one that most international patients go with is the wire transfer. Then you can pay by credit card, or you can pay by e-transfer, all of which you can contact our reception and they'll be able to give you a little bit more information when it comes time to actually making your payments.
Okay, very good. All right, well, that's all we have today for questions, but thank you so much for coming on, you two. I really appreciate your time. Enjoy the rest of the day.
Thank you,
Thank
Melissa.
you.
Thanks.